like to thank Danielle Nicole for inviting me to be part of this collab for quick crockpot dishes. I am going to make, this is the first time I'm making it, so I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but it looked really good on the website. It's from Skinny Girls. I'll leave a link down below for the recipe, but the ingredients you're going to need, I wrote them down because I don't have, it said that if you didn't have all of the ingredients that you could kind of substitute your own ingredients if you wanted to. But what they do ask you for is 2 pounds of boneless chicken, which I have right here. I weighed it out, 2 pounds. They ask for low sodium soy sauce. I just have the regular soy sauce, so I figured that into my points. You're just going to need a tablespoon of cornstarch, 1/3 of a cup of ketchup. It'd be better if you had the sugar-free ketchup. I use the regular ketchup. Also, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of honey. So I have my honey. And then 3/4 of a teaspoon of basil. I do not have basil. I am going to substitute parsley flakes instead of the basil. I know they don't have the same flavor, but according to the recipe, you can try whatever seasonings you want. Jim and I do like parsley flakes. Also, it also asks for some red pepper flakes, which I do have. And then well, I told you about the cornstarch. Okay, I'm going to start off, oh, and 4 garlic cloves. It's a mouthful. Anyway, these are kind of small, so I actually have 6 because 2 of them are really, I think, equal out to 1. But we're going to, so the first thing we're going to do is get a bowl, and we're going to cut our chicken into bite-sized pieces. Oh, wash your hands first. I've already done that. I probably should have showed you me doing that, but anyway, you're going to cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces, and then Jim's got to sharpen my knives again. Look out, because people get nervous around me with knives, I know. You're not supposed to cut towards you. You're supposed to always cut away. But I pretty much trimmed these up already before I put them in the bag. So you want to cut off all the little excess fats and stuff like that. And I probably should have just cut this up, not in front of you, because this is taking a little bit long, but I'm not known for short videos, so I missed a little bit of fat there. And then once you get them in little bite-sized pieces, you just put them in a bowl. You don't want them too big, but you don't want them too small either. So let me cut up the other chicken and then I'll come back. Okay, now we're going to get started on the chicken. I season my chicken with some seasoning salt. And then also, I like a little spice in it, so I'm going to use some lime. And then also, I also put in everything but the bagel sesame seeds in it. I know I'm a little generous on my spices, but that's just who I am. And then I always marinate it with 2 tablespoons of Italian dressing. It kind of gives a little bit of a kick. You have to figure in the points for it, but it's so worth it. And then to the side, let me get a spoon. I'll use a spurtle that Chit Chat Paddywhack gave me. We're going to set that aside. What you can do is you can let it sit in the refrigerator for a little bit. I usually leave it sit in there for about ½ an hour or so, just so the flavors can kind of go into it. I'll do that next time. Then you take a bowl, and into the bowl we're going to add our 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce, 1/3 of a cup of ketchup, 1/4 cup of honey, the honey. Because the honey is what's going to make it so sweet. And then we're going to add we're just going to add a little sprinkle of parsley flakes. They were calling for 3/4 of a teaspoon of basil, which I do not have. And then they're calling for 1/8 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I don't measure. I just kind of eyeball it. And then we're going to mix that all together. We're going to turn our crock pot on low. I should have had my crock pot on first because I always think you shouldn't put meat into a cold pan. So I'm going to add the chicken. Let me move you around so we can see what I'm doing. We're not going to use the cornstarch till a little bit later on. So we'll put the chicken in now. And then we're going to pour the sauce over the top. And then just incorporate it in. And let me show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And we're going to leave it on low for 2.5 to 3 hours. So we will come back to that in a couple hours and we'll see how it looks. As usual, when you do a cook with me, I always forget to do something. I forgot to put the garlic cloves in. See, I had a hard time saying it the first time, but I said it right the second time. But I did add the garlic cloves to the chicken now. So don't forget that part. That goes into the mixture, which I forgot to put into it. Okay, the chicken's been cooking for a couple hours now. What you want to do is take a slotted spoon and take the chicken out. Depends on your slow cooker how long the chicken will take. This took a little over 2.5 hours for mine. And then I meant to tell you too that we're going to get 6 servings out of this. And it's 4 points on the blue, 4 points on the purple, and 7 points on the green. So we're going to put a tablespoon of our cornstarch. And then we're just going to add a little bit of water to thicken it up a little bit. Just a little splash of water. And then we're going to put it into the sauce here so it can thicken up a little bit. And we're going to let this cook on low for about 20 minutes. Okay, I added the chicken back into the sauce and I plated it up for myself. Jim's just going to eat the chicken plain. He doesn't like rice. So there's the finished product. I used a cup of this ready-made Spanish style rice as a side dish. It's 6 points for a cup. And it's 1 point for a tablespoon of some sliced almonds that I put on top. So it is an 11-point dinner. Okay, now it's time for a taste. Try to find a smaller piece. There's the chicken. Yes, it's very savory. I do like it. I will make it again. We'll see how Jim likes it. Okay, Jim doesn't eat anything but the chicken. He doesn't like it on rice or anything like that.
Good.
Well, thank you, Danielle, for inviting me to be part of this collab. I apologize that I didn't remember to say it at the beginning, but I did put a little link to let you know that I have all the channels listed in the description box down below, and go over to their channels and subscribe to them and let them know that I sent you over. I think that we're going to get a lot of good recipes with winter coming, fall and winter. It's just nice to throw something in the crock pot in the morning and then know your dinner's all set for the night, and you can get busy with homeschooling if you have to, or going to work, or whatever you need to do, and just know that you don't have to, one less thing you got to plan for dinner, because it's already been taken care of in the morning while you were getting your breakfast. So once again, thank you, Danielle, for inviting me. Check out everybody down below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it if you think somebody might like to see it. And I always tell everybody, stay safe. So I will talk to you guys on my daily vlog. Hopefully you subscribe, and we'll have fun. So thank you so much for watching.